Hello students and welcome to the video lecture series of ADO.NET provided by me Kaushal Talsania of Computer Department Sanjay Bhai Rajguru College of Diploma Engineering Rajkot. This video is specially for the 4th semester of GTU Diploma Engineering students. In this video we will study many objects of ADO.NET. Earlier we have seen the architecture of ADO, so if you did not have watched that video, then please go back and watch that video first. So now let's begin. There are various objects in the .NET architecture as we have seen in earlier videos, like connection object, command, data reader, data adapter, data set. These are the major ones, and there are many minor ones: data table, data row, data column. So these are the objects, and GTU has asked about these objects in the previous year question papers. In winter 2019, they asked about the data set object in 4 marks. In summer 2019, they asked the two methods, open and close method. We will see in detail in future the open and close method of connection object in 2 marks. They ask again about data set object in 3 marks in summer 19. They ask about the command object with example in 4 marks. In, in winter 2018, they ask almost each of them: data adapter, table, connection, command, and connection string also in 2 marks. So 3 or 4 marks are fixed for each of these objects. Summer 2018 again, they ask about data set object with suitable example, 3 marks. This will repeat in summer 19. We have seen data adapter object, like look, explain data adapter object in 4 marks, explain data adapter object in 4 marks. Repeatedly question asked. Explain command object. They asked about some program. Write a steps to view records of database in data grid using bounded mode. We will see future in detail about this. Explain data table, row and column in 3 marks. So each of these objects are much or more asked in each of GTU question paper again and again in repeated manner. So it will be most important part. Okay, now let us see first connection object. What is connection? In the first side, as the name suggests, it will use to connect our application to the database. This will basic operation of connection object. Connection object is used to create an open connection to the data source. This connection, by using this connection, we can access and manipulate the database. We can also make the connection to database by passing the connection string. So what it takes? It takes the connection string to which we have to connect. Now command object. Command object is used to execute a single query against database. Remember, execute here did not means that it will execute. We have seen in the architecture video, command merely represent the query. It does not execute the query, right? We can perform various CRUD operations. CRUD means what? C means create, R means read, update and delete. Create, read, update and delete, and insert operations by using the command object. Major feature is the ability to use stored queries and stored procedure with the parameters. So command will also execute the stored procedures. Next one is data reader. It is the read-only, forward-only representation of the data. As the name suggests, it will read the data. It will read only means that it will read only. We cannot insert or modify data once it is fetched from the data source. We have to perform read-only operations. It is forward-only means from top to bottom. We cannot go back and fetch the data from the middle, right? We have to go from first to last. Data fetched from the data source can be stored either in dataset object or provided to the data reader. So we have seen in the architecture video, there are two parts: data provider and the data set. Data reader is part of which? Data reader is part of the data provider, means left side. So data adapter has the two options: either they store the data into data reader, either and and another option is that it will store data into data set. Data reader object traverses on the result forward only manner, means from first to last it will traverse from in the data. Next one is data adapter. This is the most important part. Data adapter is used to retrieve data from the data source and populates table within the data set. So the actual work of execution of the query is done by the data adapter. It will fetch data and stores the data set in the tables. It also resolves changes made to data set back to the data source. We will see detail how this works, but remember for now, data set is the local buffer. So if any changes is made in the data set, so this is the responsibility of data adapter to bring back those changes to the original data source. So this is done by the data adapter. For that, it uses the command connection object to connect to the data source and command object to retrieve data and resolve changes to the data source. So data adapter takes two objects, connection and command. Data adapter works as a bridge between data set and data source to retrieve the data. So there are data set and the data source in between. This is the data adapter, works like a bridge. Data adapter is a class that represents a set of SQL command and database connection. SQL command means we have seen in the architecture video. It represents the select command, update command, delete, etc. It can be used to fill the data set and update that data into data source. Next one is the data set. Data set objects is used to to support the disconnected on distributed data scenarios with the ADO.NET. Data set is, this word is important, disconnected and distributed data source. So it is the local buffer or repository which stores data in disconnected manner. Dataset is a memory resident representation of data. This is the most important line. It is the disconnected and memory resident representation of data. It provides a consistent relational programming model regardless of its data source. It can be used with multiple or differing data sources with the XML data. So there are many data sources and dataset stores each of them in with the XML format. It represents a complete set of data including related tables, constraint and relationship among the tables. We have seen this in the architecture videos, right? Okay. So that is it for now. Please like, share and subscribe our channel to get more videos like this, and see you in the next video. Thank you.